back again for another episode of the Wine Boys podcast.
Yeah, 420 edition.
Party 420. Drugs.
Yeah. You can't even
Yeah.
call you can't even call it a drug in New York anymore. It's not even a Schedule 1 narcotic
Nah,
like it
it's
used to
just
be.
no.
Can
It's
you
just
can you like, wrap your head around the fact that marijuana used to be a Schedule 1 narcotic?
oh god.
Like throughout like it started at the beginning of our life.
Mm-hmm.
And then and now into our 30s it's now like just fine. It's
Yeah. Whatever.
literally fine. I remember when I used to get into sketchy situations to procure $10 worth of weed.
Yeah. I remember being a child, being told that weed is a gateway drug. If you smoke it, you're gonna be stupid. And then, yeah, being in very, very strange situations just to
Yeah.
get a small amount of marijuanas.
Yeah.
So now, like, you just go to a store.
Yeah. Literally, you
They
can
they
walk
they,
into a
they
store.
sell it.
They're
Yeah.
just like, what kind would you like? And I was like, how
Well,
many do you have? They're like 70. Like, what do you
like all
want?
of them. What do you want, man?
Like, have you ever done this before? And it's
Yeah,
just like,
you want
no,
to smoke it, you want to eat it, you want to rub it on your lips. Like, what do you want,
you
bro?
want to boof it? You can
Yeah,
literally do that.
yeah. We make sodas, weed sodas. Like,
Have you ever had a CBD soda?
yes, I
I
have.
had a CBD soda, but I just had a THC infused seltzer the other day.
How was it?
Really good.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
good. I'm not going to say brands, but
Mm-hmm.
it was raspberry and kiwi. It was really
Okay.
good. And I was like, okay.
You know what I've
But
noticed is all the edible weed products just taste like weed.
they do, and that's good.
Like
Like
it's varying degrees of weed, but none of them are like,
I think of it as like if you're like a Scotch drinker, like you're not
Mhm.
drinking Scotch because you're like, oh, I hope this is fruity. Like you're taking edibles because you're like, no, this is going to get me high.
Yeah, yeah.
And
No,
and it
you're
just
you're exactly right.
and it also just happens to taste like, grape or whatever flavor,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like wine, though, for example, Wine Boys podcast, you should check us out. I feel like wine, you actually do taste it for the notes of
The
different things that
complexity,
you taste
yeah.
in wine.
People
However,
still
yeah,
yeah.
it does taste like alcohol.
Yeah, people look at me weird because like I feel like I am now becoming like the sommelier comic. Like people,
Mhm.
like a dude came up to me the other day. He goes, "You're a wine guy, right?" I was like, "I'm actually a wine boy, but let's not get crazy." No, he goes, "I'm going out on a date with this girl," and he goes, "And I really want to know what I should get." I said, "Are you? What do you?" I said, "Okay." He said, "Where are you going?" And he told me the place, and I go, "Dude, been there actually." Like, I was
Mhm.
like, "Here's what you get." I said, "There's two lists. There's an organic wine list, and I said, and there's a red and white list." I go, "If you really want to impress this girl," I said, "go with the organic wine because it's gonna come out, it's gonna look weird, and then she's gonna be like, ooh, what's that?" I
Mhm.
said, you're gonna say two things. I said, you're gonna say this is opaque and this is rich. That's all you say.
Yep.
That is
Yep.
literally it. And he
Yep.
goes, and what if I do? And he goes, what if I divulge from the script? I said, don't. I said, you're gonna lose this one if you do. So I got a progress report the next week. I go, how'd it go? He goes, rich and opaque, man. It really worked.
It's opaque. It's very
Yeah,
rich. Yeah, that's organic wines for you.
I
They're
love it,
rich.
man.
They're opaque. That's
And
all you
opaque.
need
They
to
got
know.
this weird kind of salmon look like color, but
Yep.
they're
Yep.
very velvety, almost buttery.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
You're going for skin fermented grapes. That's how they do it, baby.
yeah, man.
Um.
They're so good. I finally found a wine bar that does. They have 25 organic wines always on the list,
Ooh,
and
fuck.
it is really good. Yes,
God dang.
half price classes on Thursday. I'm not telling
Mhm.
anybody where it is. It's my fucking hiding spot.
Yes. Yes.
When there's too many people around, I go there. I write a little bit. I have a glass of wine, and I just
Mellow out.
let the world go away.
Yep. Yep.
But
Okay.
before
But
you go away, maybe we should talk about the fact that we are on social media at Wine Boys Pod. Um, you're just like, good job, PR. At Wine Boys Pod, Instagram and Twitter, wineboyspod@gmail.com, merch store, teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. And I am at Zach Cossack on Instagram and Twitter, Zach Cossack Comedy on all their platforms. That is me. And that was my elevator pitch to you,
okay.
to you,
You can find
brand
me.
that wants to be associated with us.
Oh, you can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. And let's get into this. So I am a scumbag again this week.
You are. I mean, let's not do this week. You are in general.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% a scumbag.
You are a classy piece of. You said you're a classy trash bag is what you are.
Oh, 100%. I am a third world country wearing a Gucci belt. Okay, just that's me, Bray. That's
I'm sorry.
me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You sounds like you're talking about like a lot of New Yorkers. So I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure that everything was cool there.
So I'm drinking.
Do you ever see a
the
guy
butcher again?
wearing an outfit that you know he can't afford?
Yeah.
I see that every day, and I'm just like, I mean, how do you think his kids are doing? That's all I'm thinking.
But, they're hungry.
Daddy, can we go to McDonald's? No, I gotta pay off the credit card.
That reminds me of a fucking reel I just saw on Instagram. It was
How real was it?
It was extremely real. It was a guy picked up like a pair of off-white. A guy was at some like exclusive sneaker store, picked up a pair of off-white Jordan 1s, and he asked the woman that worked there, "How much are these?" And she was like $3,000.
You're supposed to say they're like the down payment on a car.
Yeah, it was like $3,000, and then it showed him, and he was like, bank account balance $3,100, and he's just like, yeah, I'll get them.
Dude, sneaker culture is a whole thing. We were having a conversation last night, and these dudes were just talking about they're like waking up at 4 a.m. to try to catch the new releases, and I'm like, I like my sleep
I'm
so
not
much.
doing that, dude.
I'm a big sleep guy.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just gonna wear like fucking Asics in Diadoras because fuck y'all, I'm not doing it.
I mean, Asics are comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why the fuck isn't this going in? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stand. Look at me.
What are you doing? Oh, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Yeah, woo.
Are you trying to open this bottle of wine?
Yeah, it's not going in. The cork is just spinning for no reason.
I'm proud of you, man. Yeah, you're blowing it, Charles. Come on now.
Shut up. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
It, Charles.
Don't look at me. There we go. I got it. Jesus Christ.
There you go. Proud of you.
Thanks,
Okay.
man.
So this week though, before you get into your wine. So this past Sunday was Easter.
Yes, it was.
It was Easter Sunday.
Christ has come. Christ has risen.
And I decided to prepare for my family a prime rib. It was my first time doing this. And I'm going to tell you, nasty boys, how I did this. All right. I took the prime rib, got it on Friday, the day Jesus died for our sins. I took this meat, rubbed it in salt, put it in the refrigerator. And as Jesus laid in that tomb, my prime rib laid in this refrigerator, boys. Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, Jesus was risen. Wow, I like the pop.
Thanks.
Jesus has risen, and this prime rib came out of the refrigerator to be sprinkled with pepper vigorously, then put back into the refrigerator. Okay? And when Jesus ascended into the heavens, Gerald pulled out his prime rib to sit on the counter to come up to temp a couple hours before putting it in the oven. Are you seeing these parallels here?
I was gonna say, yeah, I am.
Yeah. This is on the fly. So anyway,
you're making me thirsty.
Anyway,
this prime rib is making me thirsty.
I made a rub.
Mm-hmm.
Rosemary, garlic, olive oil.
Okay.
Whole grain mustard.
Whole grain mustard is
fuck.
Dude, that is some French shit you just pulled off there.
Oh shit, yeah, bitch. Anyway, I massaged it all into the meat.
Did you massage it, or did you massage it?
I massaged it into the meat. Really, I went like this, right on the meat. And then what I did was I took my roasting tray and I put thyme, rosemary, whole bulbs of garlic cut in half, a little bit of lemon juice, and I laid it as a bed, and I put the meat in there, in that tray. And then I put it in my oven at 225 with a probe thermometer in the meat.
Yeah.
I let it sit.
Okay.
Till that meat got up to 118.
Yeah.
Then at 118, I pulled that motherfucker out. Fuck. Nasty bitch. Now let her sit on my counter for about 15 minutes. I'm sorry, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. All right. And then I crank the heat of my oven up to 500 degrees. Boy's
Uh-huh.
getting nasty over here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. And then let me know you're gonna come, okay? And then I put and then
Did I
I
say
put
you
the
could?
roast back into the oven at 500 degrees after resting
Uh-huh.
20 minutes.
Gotcha.
I put her in that oven for 15 minutes to get the outside nice and browned, nice little crust formed on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled her out. I let her rest for a half hour. And I sliced her open. Fuck.
Sorry,
How was your Easter?
I was gonna
Because I'm
say
telling you how I was living.
I'm sorry, I think we have to pause so I can go buy a pack of cigarettes.
Mm.
Mm.
So next
Ooh,
thing I did,
is,
I had to flick up some pictures
this is bitey.
for social media. But get into your wine review first, and we'll circle back to
Okay.
this.
Oh, very good. I love you. I love when you tease. This is a so this is Riesling is called Cuvée. It is like it's basically it's between semi-dry and dry. Actually, I guess it's probably more semi-dry to medium sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like it's like the next step up from just a baseline Riesling.
Okay.
So it's kind of got this like sweet kind of effervescent quality to it. I wouldn't call it like it's not bubbly. It just kind of has this like really nice fruit profile. But
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the back of the bottle. So I'm sorry, I should probably say this is it's Lemaru.
Mm-hmm.
It's a French. It's called Lemaru Landing. It's actually a French winery out of the Finger Lakes. It's on the Seneca Lake. So
Okay.
back of the bottle says the vibrant, fresh cut fruit flavors complemented by a subtle effervescence, nailed it, creates an irresistible Riesling for everyone.
Look at this guy.
Fruit for this wine is carefully selected and harvested at the peak of ripeness, then blended for optimal balance of aromatics and fruit profiles and texture. God, add that to your meat, and I mean, we just shot a porno, and we didn't even realize it.
Yeah. So for the uninitiated boys, the effervescence of a Riesling is similar to like a almost flat soda.
That's yeah. Think of like if you buy ginger ale and you let it sit in the refrigerator for like 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
That would be like the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Like it's not quite fully carbonated, but there's a little bit of tickle there. Yeah.
This is really nice. It's very bitey. Very. I mean, Rieslings are acidic as all hell. So it's like always very, very like tight and ripping. But so characteristics of this wine: you get honeydew melon, pear, honeysuckle, a little orange and tangerine. So this is a partly dry, very acidic, and full body. I mean, overall, I mean, it's good. Also, I didn't also realize this too. The Finger Lakes in New York is the third largest proprietor of Riesling grapes in the world.
Really? Who's the? Let me guess. Germany.
The Germans. Yep.
The Germans, and then California.
Correct. So.
Okay.
Yes, German Riesling is like, it is the. I mean, that is the piece de resistance. Like that is the one. Yeah. But I mean, California is really more known for Chardonnay.
Oh, 100%.
And really more like, I mean, it is like it's the Cabernet capital of the world. You know, the Napa Valley. So.
But just that California coast is just so huge. They grow some of everything.
So much shit. Yeah. This is really nice. Actually, I'm getting like a Granny Smith apple taste at the back end.
I like that.
As far as like food pairings, pork, a rich fish such as salmon or tuna, spicy food, which is always, I mean, I didn't realize this. So like because of the acidity in the Riesling, it actually cuts down on how spicy food is. So if you do like, I mean, I'm not saying do hot wings and a Riesling, but like.
Right.
You know, but if you do like something a little spicy.
Yeah. Something
And
a
then
little kick to it.
also this goes well with sweet desserts.
Okay.
So, if you do like a fruit tart in this, ooh, shit.
God damn.
God,
So
I'm so hungry. I should have ate. I make the horrible choice of not eating before this podcast, and then I get ravenous right
yeah.
after.
Well, the thing is that this whole podcast is like we spend the first half talking about food and wine.
Yeah.
So it's like talking about sex and then being all horned up after.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
having to come down and talk about like weird people on Reddit.
yeah. So when we're done eating, I'm like, I gotta fucking eat. So, but
You
anyway.
just said when you're done eating, you said I still have to eat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're done recording, I'm just like, I gotta fucking eat. So,
like, what else could I do?
yeah, just stuff my face. But back to this prime rib. So, after taking some lusty shots, having my mom hold the camera as I cut into it.
Oh my god!
I'll send you the video.
I
was like, I gotta post this on Reddit to my people. So I went to the subreddit r/steak. I tagged this bad boy not safe for work, and then I posted it. I was like, my first prime rib, boys, how to do? And someone commented like, why not safe for work? And my response was, you got to warn people before you post something this warm, pink, and inviting. So yeah, it did well. It did well. But
let's just say I got a lot of upvotes for that one.
I got a lot of upvotes. But what happened was I stumbled down this Reddit rabbit hole. I made a journey into the r/confessions subreddit. And let's just say
things got weird.
People have a lot of shit to get off their chest.
I mean, therapy is important.
Very, very.
One
in particular,
as a therapy boy, let me tell you, I would say that there's just things you can't tell your mom,
Yes, there's some things you just want to scream into the internet and see what people say.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people say, a lot of people say, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm also sad.
Yeah. So there's two of these in particular that I want to read. But one of these is I can't finish unless I'm watching or imagining furry porn.
Love it.
I love it.
Love it. No emotional trauma here.
Not at all. I'm probably going to delete this in a while so my partner doesn't come across this. But
oh, good. He has somebody. What the fuck, dude?
Just like the title says, I, female 23, can't finish without imagining or watching furry porn. Oftentimes when my partner and I have sex, I don't even finish. I used to not always be this way. Although furry porn was always a kink of mine, I guess it just took over. And I don't know how to fix it, if that's even a thing. It's not necessarily bad. It's always between consenting adults or animations. But when it gets this far, I guess it kind of is. Gotta love self-awareness and wanting to correct weird behaviors. Wow.
Yeah, I love self-awareness.
Me too.
It's my favorite self-awareness is I'll only have 2 drinks tonight. That's my favorite quote.
Yeah.
It's just like, when somebody's like, I'm cutting back drinking, I'm only drinking 3 days a week. And it's like, that's still a problem, my guy. Like, you can't just keep going backwards in days, because what's going to happen is you're going to be like, oh, I kind of want to do it again.
But I think both of these posts, and I'll get into the second one in a second, really kind of highlight how just internet porn has kind of fucked up our entire generation.
Oh, it's 100%. Dude, it's fucked me up. I mean,
yeah. Like, dude, do you think your grandmother even knows what a furry is? No, not at all.
No.
And if you brought it up, explain it to my grandma.
See what she does.
Yeah, just explain it to my grandma. Like, wait, what?
It's just like, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that these people can't? And your grandmother's not gonna say finish, but what if she did? That'd be funny. And she's like, you're trying to tell me that these people can't come? I'd be like,
I just like to imagine. See, my grandma's in her 80s, and she's from the South, right? Like raised on a farm in Mississippi. So if I had to explain to her, like, yeah, grandma, there's this group of people that dress up in animal costumes, and they put a lot of time and money into building these animal costumes. Like, they look like, high school mascots and like, Disney characters.
It's ridiculous.
And she was like, okay, and this is just a hobby? Like, why do they do it? And I'd say, well,
It's actually more of a lifestyle, Grandma.
It's mostly sexual.
Yeah.
It's what?
Yeah. Like, yeah, honestly, I mean, what they do is that they dress up like animals and then they fuck.
And then they have sex with each other.
And it's just like,
Boy.
but why can't just two consenting adults just have sex with one another? Well, Grandma, let me just show you Pornhub. Like, let me just log on Pornhub and let me just show you. Like, do you see the when I scroll to the bottom of the page? Do you notice that like the end of the pages is just infinite? Did you see that? She's like,
well, this is Night Fox, Grandma, and Blue Shadow.
Yeah. You're trying to tell me there's 1,800 pages of porn? I'd be like, there's actually more. I think they had to stop.
This is just the furry stuff on this website.
Yeah. I kind of want to do a furry search right now and see how many pages on Pornhub there are. I guarantee you there's more than 100.
Oh, 100%. There's more than 100.
Right now. I'm going to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to put this argument to bed.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I will go and I will search. I'm going to go on the hub.
Okay.
Right, on a secure.
Are you going to just type in furry?
I'm just going to type in furry.
Okay.
So just furry. There we go. Yeah. All right. There's just a lot of animation. There are people. Okay. There's a dog fucking a cat. Like not a people.
Right. But it's a furry dog fucking a furry cat.
Okay. Let me see. Back page. Let me see. How many? All right. How many do you think?
I'm gonna say 273.
Little less. You're close though.
Really? How many?
253.
253. I was 20 off.
253.
Wow.
253 pages of furry porn.
Pages. So if there's
one category.
Yeah. It's a category.
It's okay. Now, we're sex positive here.
Very much so.
We are sex positive boys. You know, you're lucky you're on the other side of this camera. I just, you know. But just the sheer quantity. It's not even quality product out there. I mean, most of it is shit. You know, I like some production value. Shoot this shit. They're shooting shit in 6K now. I mean, let's not get weird. Yeah. But I mean, 253 pages.
Yeah. The furry porn.
Yeah.
A lot of it is
Grandma, I get it.
Amateur animations.
I get it, but like we need to figure things out.
Yeah.
Boy, why did you do this before we did pumpkin pie?
Yeah. Just
like,
grainy
category of Pornhub that just involves people getting pies smashed in their face before they ejaculate.
The thing is, a lot of it is just bad amateur animation. A lot of it is just really grainy, clearly shot in a hotel room footage, poorly lit. Like, what are you guys doing?
What are we doing? I mean, like, I understand. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and wax poetic about our production value. I mean, I'm using I'm using a MacBook camera and an iPhone basically.
Listen, we improve a little bit every week.
Yeah. Well, you know, what are you going to do? You know, but I would have to say that the only way that this can be corrected is it can't. Like I don't think it's humanly possible to correct this problem.
Yeah.
It has gotten too big to fail.
Yeah. But we get even deeper in the fetishes. See, I feel like these Reddit posts, like the first one we talked about was the clowns, right? That was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was an example.
And guess what happened? You fucking rabbit hole because you knew this was going to happen. As soon as you open up Pandora's box, you can't just close it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. That's an example of a fetish going well. Like, guy wanted to fuck a clown forever, finally did it. It was everything he hoped for and more.
Mm-hmm.
This next one I'm about to read is an example of a fetish going terribly wrong. Okay. And this is, I thought I had a scat fetish, but I was wrong. Fucked up really bad and might never mentally recover.
Yikes.
Now, for the uninitiated boys, scat is doo-doo, baby. So anyway, like many young modern men, I enjoy pornography and partake semi-regularly. There's, of course, a lot of porn out there, and I'll confess, the normal shit, pun intended, started to get kind of boring to me, so I started branching out into some more extreme, but legal, genres of porn. Eventually, I stumbled on scat. And to be very honest, it was super hot, and I ended up enjoying it a lot. Something about watching a beautiful woman with a fat ass pinch off a large fecal loaf really turned me on.
Wow.
Hmm? I'm not exaggerating when I say I spent almost 2 years of my life watching primarily scat focused porn. Well, as I got more and more into it, the more I wanted to experience it myself. I tried finding women who were into it, but they seemed few and far between. Eventually, I found an escort who specialized in extreme fetishes, and she was super hot too, but very expensive. I
Mm.
knew I wanted this and thought I'm not super rich, so I took out a cash advance on my credit card
Oh
and,
my God.
and put it with my savings.
Oh
I
my God.
contacted her. Yep, this is getting better already.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm in. I am fucking. Let's make a screenplay.
Yeah, I contacted her, scheduled an appointment last month on the 15th, and paid for a hotel room and her flight to my city.
Jesus Christ.
I even took time off of work on the Friday beforehand to prepare. I was so excited, my heart was racing, waiting for her to show up at 6 in my room. When she came, we made conversation all while I grew more excited and aroused. Finally, the time came. She grabbed her suitcase, opened it, and pulled out a large plastic sheet and laid it over the bed. She told me to lay down, undress, and get comfortable, and she'd change in return. I did so and was so excited. After what felt like forever, she came back wearing a leather corset, thigh high boots, and no bottoms. She asked if I was ready. I was so excited and aroused, I couldn't speak. I just nodded. She got up on top of me in a 69 and told me to eat her asshole. I ate it like my life depended on it. While
Hmm.
she stroked and blew me, it was amazing. Then she asked if I was ready for the main course. I moaned, yes. She put her entire ass over my face and carefully lined up her asshole with my mouth. I
Oh,
started to see it open up. I was so aroused as she was still stroking me gently. Then I saw it open up and slowly a log started to make its way out. I opened my mouth, and as soon as the shit entered my mouth, I knew I made a terrible mistake. It
uh,
tasted so bad. The smell was terrible too. It made me gag. She then moved her ass over to my chest and started shitting all over me. Then she sat her ass down and started smashing and spreading it on me while still jerking me off. I was fighting the urge not to puke. Tears of shame, sadness, and disgust filled my eyes as I fought the urge not to cry like a baby. She just kept shitting and jerking slash blowing me. Eventually, I came all over her hands and she smeared cum and some of the shit together. It made me lick it off her fingers. There's more. I felt like
I
I
don't think you
needed
need
to
to go any
impress her
further.
and that I'd spent too much money on this to back out.
I'm just,
Then,
I like how he's like, this is financially irresponsible.
yeah, yeah,
After it already happens, he goes, I made a bad choice.
yeah. Hold up. There's more, though. There's more.
Just like gambling debt. Like this.
Yeah. I can't back out now. I'm in too deep. But anyway, then we went and showered, and she threw the plastic sheet in a garbage bag. Took the envelope of money we made. We made some brief conversation, and she left. Immediately, I broke down crying, brushed my teeth for what felt like forever, and got drunk trying to forget. I found out the hard way last month that I don't have a scat fetish, and honestly, I feel mentally broken over that night, and I don't know if I'll mentally overcome this. I've been really struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts since that night. I made an appointment to see a local therapist, but I hope it'll help. Edit. Thanks for the words of encouragement. Everyone, it's been overwhelming and incredible. Having so many PMs and comments encouraged hit me. You guys are such a nice community, especially to someone as dumb and
Okay.
perverted as me. Thank you all.
We don't need. No. This is not a joyous occasion. We need to.
No, it is not.
We need to put this man on trial. This is a damaged individual. This is problematic. Like, listen, okay. Can we let's not throw shade at an individual that has some weird things. What is the weirdest thing you have ever done? Like, you've traveled to have sex before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
To
have I.
meet some young lady.
What's
Yeah.
the furthest you've gone?
I don't know, probably about an hour. No, like a few hours.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I never got shit on though.
me either. I had consensual sex with an adult. That's what I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You know?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the stuff I've done is pretty tame compared to this.
Yeah, sometimes listen, was I in a parking lot? Sure. Was I getting shit on? No. Like,
No. I never flew out a hooker to.
to fly to the audacity.
Yeah.
He flies this woman out, and then like that's the shit I that's the thing I can never get over. It's just like, dude, you seriously cannot be like so horny to the point where you fly somebody out to take a dump on your face. Like,
Well, here's the thing though, is I feel like
nothing
to
surprises
find
me anymore.
you gotta search for someone that's gonna poop on you.
Like
And you might, if you live, let's say you live in like the middle of Ohio somewhere, right?
when you just go into Google and just be like poopers in your area. Like, what do you do?
Poopers in your area.
Yeah.
Just porn stars hate him. Yeah, like like how do you I'm sure you have to go through like some seedy internet channels to find a woman
sure.
that agrees. Like, how long are you just really searching through Twitter just to find a woman that's like, yeah, I'll shit on you.
Yeah. How much you got? Well, I got an advance on my credit card.
Yeah. Now, what's funny though is reading that, you would think that he spent at least a couple of grand doing this, right?
I'm playing it out in my head. I'd say minimum $3,000.
That's what I was thinking. Then
Yeah.
I read it and they said, do you mind like if I asked how much you spent on this entire endeavor? Because you're thinking like there's airfare, there's a hotel, then he has to pay the woman. And I'm assuming this is a pretty specialist type thing.
When he said high priced, I immediately said, like, in my head, I'm like $1,500.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this is at least a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, $3,000 is like the number that popped into my head.
Yeah. And then I'm like, someone comment and just say, if you don't mind, how much did this experience cost? He said $900. But he did use some of his credit card travel miles. So maybe it was north of $1,000. But somebody was like,
I could go to Cancun round trip, or I could have somebody dump on my face.
He wishes he saved the miles at this point, man.
Yeah. It's just like, dude, you could have taken a tropical vacation round trip.
I could have flew to Boise to visit my aunt. So
I could have gone to LA, but instead I flew on a high price escort to take a shit in my mouth. Oh, the horror.
The horror. So, but 900 bones though is a lot less than I thought this was. How could somebody like you have a
scat fetish?
For a scat fetish.
Oh God. I'm just imagining a Jewish grandmother walking in on her husband getting his shit on, and he's just like, "Oh my God."
What are you doing, Marty?
Gerald, you didn't tell me you were into this stuff.
What are you doing, Mortimer?
Oh my God, David. Oh my fuck. That is just amazing. I think that obviously, like, again, then I bring it back to me because I'm a narcissist. I look at that and I go, well, I mean, at least I don't have that issue. Like, my mental problems are deep seated from family, which is always fine, which is normal, you know.
But really,
if I call you one day or I text you one day and I go, hey man, I think I'm about to slip off the deep end. I think I want somebody to take a dump on me. Like, that's when you call like the authorities. You'd be like, my friend's gonna commit suicide socially. Like, he's gonna just.
I don't know. I think my response would be, you need help finding a hooker?
I know. You're helpful because you're a good person. That's what it is.
I'm a great person. I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Where's the first place you go? I give him the best.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Where's the first place you go to find a woman to dump on your chest? I have no idea where to go to find this.
I mean, Craigslist really isn't available anymore.
Nah.
I mean, there's plenty of there's plenty of seedy places, you know. God, especially New York,
Twitter.
Man.
Maybe Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, dude, Twitter's the Wild West now.
Yeah.
Twitter and Reddit, honestly. You can probably find shit.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe like those two. If you like search for the
Yeah.
right stuff, you can
Those
probably
are some,
find some OnlyFans
those are the
girl.
no holds barred, websites of our era. It's
Yeah.
like Twitter and Reddit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like you go to Instagram to see to see people's fake reality, and then you
yes,
go to Twitter and Reddit to see what people are really like.
yeah, yeah. Like
Like,
I'm selling feet pics to pay my rent.
yeah, I'm gonna put this whole can of soda up my ass. Like, all
Yeah.
right, cool, man. Just
How much are you gonna pay me to watch me fuck myself with this glass jar?
I
Oh, $5.
don't know,
All right, deal.
$10,
Yeah, let's do
$15.
it. Yeah, and then you find out that they made $3 million last year doing this.
Just like,
Yeah, I got 1,500 people pay me $5 a month just to watch me do this, bro. Like what?
I mean, I feel like you can try a different angle than taking glass in your ass, but like,
I didn't go to college.
something like there's the thing is like there are some very highly educated people in the sex industry.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
some of them are like Ivy League educated, and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're just like, I like to fuck, and I might as well make money. And I'm like, all right. I mean,
All
that's
right, yeah, yeah,
honestly not that big of a deal to me.
yeah.
But then you have these guys that are just like, I'm gonna put this whole fucking mason jar in my butthole, and it's like, oh my god, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, but
I've been injecting silicone in my balls since 2004. Look how swollen
disgusting.
they are.
Hey, wait, listen, it's disgusting, but I'm cool with it. I get it. I get it. Everyone's got their things.
Yeah, the
You know.
size of grapefruits each.
I could put them in a wheelbarrow and push them. I think that, I mean, again, it's weird, but whatever.
I can only work from home because they're such a distraction.
I can't wear pants. Like, literally cannot wear pants.
I have to go to Walmart, get the 4XL's gray sweats. It's the only ones that fit properly in the crotch.
I weigh 170 pounds. This is very weird. Just
A malnourished 40 of those pounds are testicles.
I'm 130 body mass, 40 pounds testicle. My the BMI says I'm doing just fine, but my balls are too big for the BMI.
BMI doesn't account for testicular mass.
Oh god, it's the new version of TMI, the testicle mass index.
The testicle mass index. Oh man.
We never took. There's like scientists that be like, oh god, we never took balls into consideration.
Yeah. And actually, for the uninitiated boys, that is a kink as well.
It's so, of course it is, dude.
It's a kink. They're dudes that.
Can we just deal with, like, look at me.
I'm looking.
Okay, me staring at you is a fetish.
Yeah, there's a thing.
Yeah. People farting people's faces, huge fetish.
That's a big thing, especially in Japan, man.
Oh my god, they love that shit.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, they get the anime sweats. Takaya.
Takashi. Okay.
Oh god. We were talking about anime last night. It was funny because somebody looked at me. They're like, "You look like you like anime," and I was like, "I look like I like everything that nerds like." Like I
pigeonhole me, bro.
Okay. I get pigeonholed into 3 categories: Judaism, always Judaism, anime, and the stock market. That is always like those are the 3 things. Guess what? All 3 of them, none coursing through my veins at all. I barely understand my 401k. Like,
That's okay.
and I don't even have one anymore. Like,
Yeah, that's okay.
when
That's
I was
okay.
putting money into like any type of savings account, I'm like, I mean, what is going on here? Like, indexing and ups and downs. Like, one day it's up, the other day it's down. Who's making up this monopoly money bullshit? Like,
Oh, it's just the deep state.
Mhm.
That's it, man. It's controlled by the market. Who controls the
course.
market? I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
yeah. And somebody's in the basement of Wall Street just fucking sucking adrenochrome.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh, I think the market's down.
Just cracking fetuses.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
More fetuses.
Just combing their hair back. It's like, yeah. Yeah. And what's wrong, Charlie? Couldn't afford that other house in the Hamptons? Fuck you, Gordon.
Fuck you, Gordon. Go get me more fetuses. Send Dale to surface. I need more fetuses.
Just drunk with power and drunk with fetuses.
Yeah. I need 6 more. These ones are all blown out.
He's like, they're like sucking babies like bong hits. Just trying to hold in. Ooh, that sweet, sweet adrenochrome.
Just crack that. Just crack a fetus like a crab leg and suck it out. Got the claw.
Where's that drawn butter?
I like to let mine sit in the butter before I slurp it down.
Oh,
ew.
Oh, it's hurting me now. God, we're really testing people's patience this week. I think this is the one.
Yeah.
We're like, guys, listen, are you in or are you out?
Are you in or are you out? This is the riff cast.
Yeah, this is the one where you look us both in the eyes and you go, I mean, I like them. I mean, they get dark, but I like it.
Well, I feel like this is the podcast where like true day one boy fans are gonna be like,
they're like,
I had to pull over because my face hurt from laughing and I couldn't watch the road. And if you're not, then you're just gonna be like, click, I'm not listening for another
I also
month.
enjoy the fact that you're like pulled over because our main audience always truck drivers, and we always appreciate you. You're the hardest workers in America, the backbone of this country, if you will.
Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. Truck driving is probably the most important job in the country.
And that's not even us saying that that's all of our audience, but like we need to make sure that we understand that you are the backbone of this country.
Yeah, but think about it like this, right? 99% of the items you have ever purchased travel on a diesel truck at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we didn't have diesel trucks on the road, where would any of the shit that you buy come from?
I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen because apparently we're supposed to be zero carbon emission by 2025. That's the rule, right?
For passenger vehicles.
Okay, but what are we going to do about the trucks? Are we going to get to a point where we're just like, oh, we're just not going to do diesel fuel anymore?
Okay, so here's my hypothesis. Okay.
I just saw your brain fucking control alt delete.
Okay, so this is my hypothesis. Yeah, now I got to start making sense again. So the technology itself is evolving really fast. Man. Wow. Sorry.
I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if you've seen me. I've been polishing this up. This is really good, by the way.
I see you.
Yeah, it's like. So like now that it's like now that I've had 2 glasses, I have this like vanilla bean quality now.
Now you're ready to really get in the deep end, huh? Yeah. But anyway, while I talk about truck drivers, so the technology itself is advancing.
Hold on, let me take my pants off before you start.
You go ahead. So the technology is advancing really, really fast, and what we're gonna see as far as the commercial goes is we're going to see the big companies with a lot of capital jump in first to an all-electric fleet. So you'll see Amazon, FedEx, UPS, Target, Walmart. Those guys are going to jump in with all-electric fleets. And then you'll see the smaller guys kind of start to trickle in, right? Some of the owner-operator firms and all that, and some of the smaller, your XPO Logistics, Conway.
Damn, you're doing some deep
pile. Those guys.
You're doing some fucking deep cuts right now. Like
those smaller guys are eventually gonna go electric. The goal is for them, by the time they get all electric, you're actually gonna see the profession itself become phased out because the big boys are gonna have the infrastructure to go completely driverless.
Like legitimately
driverless. Yeah.
So we're getting to a point where we're basically going to lay off like all of the truck drivers in America.
Oh yeah, it's a dying profession. So UPS, FedEx, Amazon, Walmart, the biggest truck driving companies, the biggest companies that operate the largest fleets, eventually they're going to go completely driverless because driverless cars don't have to pull over to sleep. They don't need to fill out, well, they will have books, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't need to take breaks. They don't need to pull over to sleep. They don't need to stop and eventually they don't call in because the weather's, they just drive. As long as the roads are safe enough, they're going to drive. And to boot, what's going to happen is, this is what I think is going to happen. They're going to start building self-driving truck networks.
Ooh,
So what's going to
fancy.
happen is they'll drive a certain amount. Like, let's say they're coming from Syracuse. They'll make their first stop in Cleveland or whatever. They'll pull over, offload that trailer, another trailer that's fully charged, another truck that's fully charged is going to pick up that trailer and then take it the next way to fucking Detroit. I don't fucking know. And then while that truck that just came from Syracuse is sitting and charging, once it's fully charged, it'll pick up another load. It'll go back to Syracuse. It'll go to fucking Louisville, Kentucky. Who knows? Like, it'll just keep going. And it'll be an entire grid of just completely autonomous, self-driving vehicles just dropping trailers and picking up trailers and just going and dropping shit off and being told where to go. And it's all software driven.
It's so nerve-wracking that I mean, it's nerve-wracking because people are becoming obsolete, but to very major
dude.
industries, and it's like really weird, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, in 25 years, truck driving is not going to be a thing anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all going to be gay.
Yeah, no, I said dead.
Oh, dead? Yeah, bro. Machines took over, and
do you realize like what your fucking mind just did? I said dead, and you go, no, we'll all be gay.
Yeah, we'll all be gay, man. No.
We're all just gonna have giant fuck piles.
Yeah, man. Well, that's the thing is, we're not gonna have jobs anymore because the robots took them all. So we're just gonna have all this time to explore sexuality. So yeah, we'll all be fucking each other, man. That's how it works. No,
dude,
but
the scat stuff's not doing it for me anymore. What else can I do?
Yeah, no, but scat's not doing it anymore, man. I had to fuck a dude.
Yeah.
No, but
did you try shoving an entire garden hose up your ass? I haven't tried that yet.
I'm worried about the laceration.
Don't worry about it, man. It feels so good.
No, but on a serious note, truck driving as a profession,
dying art.
In 25 years, this shit's gonna be done.
It's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
But it's already all the.
Do you have relatives that? I said you have family members that are truck drivers, right?
Yeah.
And they listen, and they should continue to listen to this podcast.
Of course.
Even though they're going to be out of work soon, and we love them. But
listen, I love them dearly, but I'm only being out. The writing is on the wall here. Same thing with warehouse work.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is. It's curtains, baby. You got a few.
I got a few friends that are like higher ups in like logistics industries, and I'm just like, fuck.
Well, they'll be okay.
Oh, not like higher ups, but like mid-level management.
Well, they phase out. It's the lowest people on the totem pole that get phased out first. It's
the people that are just tossing packages.
Exactly. If you do any sort of repetitive, mindless task,
you're gone.
Yeah. Like, dude, the American freeway system is laid out.
You're fired.
Yeah, the American freeway system is completely mapped out and primed for autonomous vehicles.
I thought you were about to say I'm primed for autism, and I just had to stop.
Picking and packing orders in a warehouse, if everything is exactly where it needs to be, robots will do it way more efficiently than you or I could ever do it. Now, certain jobs, they're not going anywhere.
True.
Certain jobs, like trades, for example, right? Electricians, plumbers, things like that. Those aren't going anywhere. Okay. Just because the really skilled labor positions, those aren't going ananywhere. It's
you're trying to tell me that like a long-armed robot's not going to come in and just start like ripping through my plumbing.
It'll build the pipes, but it won't lay them. Just because there's so much that you have to think about.
Because men need to lay pipes.
Men lay pipe. But because there's so much that you need to think about in order to do that job, and it's so variable Like no two structures are going to be exactly the
What are
same.
the chances that every job is a robot in 10 years?
Every job,
Every job. I
every
go to
job.
McDonald's. There's not a 16-year-old boy with boils that is giving me my food. It's a 16-year-old robot.
16-year-old hairless robot.
It's just like, have a good day. Like,
Would you like fries with that?
yeah. I wish a robot would be judgmental when it gives me my food. It's like, you don't need this.
Honestly, man, 25 years, McDonald's is going to damn near look like a vending machine.
I know. I mean, it doesn't. Honestly, in Far Eastern cultures, there's
Yeah.
McDonald's vending machines.
Yeah, dude. It's literally
Just
like
dope.
robots. They just flip burgers, they dump fries and shit. And then honestly, they only hire one guy to come in every week and make sure the machines are working right. And that's about it.
Wild. We're
Wild.
about to have fucking autonomous dogs.
Learn the code, my guy.
I'm getting good at it, actually.
Yeah, learn the code. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I have
Develop these apps.
resting coder face.
Yeah.
So.
What is that? Let me see it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, boys.
I think that's the only benefit I have of like of just kind of facially the way that I've been constructed is that
Mhm.
people are like, you must own like stock in some big app, and I just go, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Man.
They're all good.
You ever heard of Google?
They wanted to name it after me. I gotta be honest, but oh, dude, I had a guy. There was a guy at this show the other night who was he was wearing. Okay, first of all, whenever there's a guy wearing a suit after 9 p.m., I don't trust him. I'm just like, you have
Okay.
time to go home? I mean, like,
You a hitman?
I hope so. Because he was like standing at the bar and he was talking to one of my friends and she came up to me. He's like, she was like, he was being almost uncomfortable about how much stock he owned in Google. And I go, how uncomfortable? She goes, I have to walk away. So I just took her place. And I was like, hey, man. I was like, she's going to go to the bathroom. I go, how much stock do you own in Google?
Mhm.
I just like kept the conversation going for like 20 minutes until I found plot holes, basically. And then he was just like, I was like, I got to be honest, man. I said, you were talking about some of the turnover as far as like search engine optimization. And I got to tell you that, yeah, that whole thing that you told me was wrong. And he's like, how do you know? And I was like, because I literally do that for a day job.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh. And I was like, so how much stock do you really own? He was so uncomfortable afterwards. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, so explain this thing about SEO.
SEO, dude, it's as simple as, look, what do you do? What do you do on your computer on an everyday basis?
Okay.
That is who you are. That is how the search engine operates.
Okay.
They treat you like as a base level person. They never treat you as a whole person.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
basically all of your attributes online. There's no emotions behind it. There's just, hey, Gerald searched for golf clubs, fucking, I don't know, what else? Bulk diapers and something else. He must be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so we're just going to serve him a bunch of dad shit. And then you're going to get a Weber grill and you're going to come. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
what
So I'm gonna get served ads for like the t-shirts that are forgiving through the torso.
Exactly.
You ever see those ads?
I love those. Oh, yeah. I got a t-shirt targeted ad the other day for ultra slim t-shirts, and I was like, I feel attacked. Like,
Yeah.
ultra slim.
Now, what I find really fucking crazy is when I don't search something, but I'll talk about it. And then a few minutes, like I'll talk about it next to somebody.
Well, you
and
have
then a few
audio
minutes
devices
later,
in your home that are linked.
Of course.
And they're linked to your IP address. That's really what it boils down to. It's the
Yeah.
IP address.
Yeah. So like
IP
your
address
phone
is literally the DNA of your house.
Right. So like I have all sorts of, like your phone will hear you say shit. And next thing you know, you're just like, oh, Old Spice hot sauce. Oh, what? Old Spice.
Old Spice hot sauce?
Yeah, I was thinking French.
Yo, we got to call them tomorrow.
We want a hot sauce deodorant.
Guys, listen. Bring back the dude that was wearing on that was riding on that white stallion horse.
Oh yeah.
And then make a steak sauce out of it.
Oh my god. I want the sauce pack of Old Spice.
Ooh.
I want the Frank's Red Hot Old Spice deodorant.
It's gonna be a little spicy when you put it on, isn't
Yeah,
it?
what you want? I want to walk around smelling like Frank's Red Hot.
Literally hot.
You smell like hot sauce. Like,
Good.
Yeah, bitch.
Good.
Good.
You obviously can't handle it.
Clearly, you're part of the ketchup's too spicy crowd.
This ketchup is awfully spicy.
It's ketchup.
Did you put pepper on those eggs? I don't know if I can handle that.
Mother, fetch me my milk.
Folks, it's too hot for me to handle. God, it is wild. Everything's wild. Mm-hmm. Have you been watching the NBA playoffs at all?
I've been a little bit. And I think Kyrie Irving's a genius.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think Kyrie Irving's a genius. Because here's the thing, right?
The guy legitimately just said, I'm going to take a season off.
He sat for half the season.
More than that. I think he played in like 22 regular season games or something like that.
It was 22. Well, I know he wasn't active until the end of March. So he didn't play in any of the home games from October to the end of March.
Dude,
he
legitimately is he is Batman. Like, he is a Cape Crusader.
100%.
He is speaking for the voiceless. He is vengeance.
He's vengeance. Yeah, it's like he played in how many? Because he could only play in a few away games.
Yeah, and then right at the tail end of the season, he was able to play in home games because the vax mandate got lifted in indoor facilities.
Yeah.
So
this man's a legend. And
I was going to say,
coming in, he's
I
fresh.
was talking aggressive shit about him.
Yeah.
Just being like, this guy's just taking time off. And then now I see the way he is going about his business, and I was like, this dude's a fucking genius, man. Like,
listen,
why are we shitting on a person that just knows the business of basketball?
Yeah, listen, man. 30-year-old point guard coming in fresh.
At the top of his game right now. He's in his prime.
Yeah, what were his stats last game?
He had 39 points. Dude, even his head coach is like, I don't give a fuck what he does. He scores.
Fuck it. Dude, look at this. 10 points.
10?
8 rebounds.
39 points. Look at the playoff game.
You're right. That was the 20th.
Yeah.
Well, that's today so far.
I was going to say, he has 10 already.
He has 10 points already, 35 minutes. Yeah, 39.
I was like, the game's almost over. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, shit, we're missing it. But anyway.
He's not having a good game, obviously. We just gave him all this praise, and he's playing like shit.
Listen, he's a 30-year-old point guard. What do you expect, okay? Those knees ain't what they used to be.
Nash in his later years. I expect John Stockton.
Yeah.
But
listen, I respect the hustle, because what else are you going to do?
Get the vaccine, but that's it.
Yeah, and then play an entire season and get hurt. Has he ever played a full season?
Never.
Oh. Never. He's always hurt.
Yeah. Let me think. No,
I don't think he's played a full season since college.
Yeah. I don't even think he played that full season.
Maybe not.
He's been in labor time. He's just like, Coach K, my calves. And he's like, take some time.
Yeah. No, the dude is always hurt.
Yeah. But regardless, he's still, but when he's on the floor, it's usually good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, I was saying that, like, because, I mean, we're like in this, like, the latter half of the sports season. So it's just like you get NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs starting in a couple weeks, or actually next week. Then you have, now we're in the throes of the Major League Baseball season.
Yeah, it's regular season baseball.
Is there nothing better than going to like a day game, like a Thursday afternoon, for like 10 cents on the dollar? Like,
yeah,
like I could just go to a Mets game for $5 if I want to. It's just like, all right, cool,
Yeah.
It's just.
It's great. They score 2 runs. They
score 2 runs. I get hammered for like $15. Like, it's.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Yeah. That's the best thing about baseball. When they call it America's pastime, I think they just mean this is essentially just a 30,000 seat AA meeting.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is.
America's past time.
It's past their time because it's been too long since people are like, I mean, baseball isn't fun, is it? Like,
yeah, or maybe it's just a cheap way for Americans to pass their time.
Yeah. Well, it's really. I mean, what else?
We're
gonna
sit
do?
in a hot ass stadium and drink beer. Like that's.
Yeah, but there's nothing like in April though, when it's still a little cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
On the East Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than the East Coast ballpark in April. Ugh.
Yeah. Because honestly, that same East Coast ballpark in like the middle of July,
I'll kill myself. No.
It's terrible.
I went to a game at Yankee Stadium a few years ago. 96 degrees outside.
Jesus Christ.
And I go, guys, we have seats under the pavilion area, right? They're like, yes. And I go, oh, thank God, because I wouldn't go in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went to a Mets game once that was in the direct sun in the middle of July.
Oh, God, kill yourself.
I was in the outfield.
No, I would have just jumped to my death.
Yeah, the outfield at Citi Field. And I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah. Citi Field is a great ballpark, though.
It is. I love it.
Big fan. Yeah. I love Yankee Stadium, but like Citi Field is very family friendly. It's big. Mm-hmm. There's so much to do. The confines are gigantic. Yankee Stadium is just like, you're here to see the best team playing the best plays. And I go, I get it. But
yeah. So
I went to a Mets game. No, I went to a Yankee game. So this was like 3 summers ago now. It was the 90,000 degree day. And me and my buddy split literally a bucket of chicken fingers. And they give you a lid so you can like put barbecue sauce and shake it up.
This is great. This is the American dream.
Yeah, this is the American dream. And I had to find the $5 beers, which are like literally on the other side of the stadium. It's just like, I get it. So they want you to drink a lot, but you can walk it off. Like it makes sense.
It's
like we're getting our steps in today. It's just like we're getting more of our steps in today. Like we're also getting heart failure potentially.
Yeah, that's okay. I just love the idea of you put the chicken fingers in the thing and you shake it up.
Yeah.
So you get this giant bucket of chicken fingers. Mm-hmm. It's a Rubbermaid container full of chicken fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You and your boys got just these greasy barbecue mitts, and you're just chicken.
Yanks really giving them hell today, huh?
Did all rise?
Because you're panting because you keep forgetting that you need to breathe when you eat.
Just a fucking savage. Yo, fuck the socks.
There was a legitimate benches clearing brawl when we were there, so that was fun.
Yeah.
The fact that it was 98 degrees out there, but it was all right. But yeah, I think we're good here, man. I had a nice time. We had a good evening.
I had a lovely evening.
It was delightful.
The wine was nice. We talked about doo-doo.
We did too much. We talked about like just various amounts of just ways that people like to please themselves.
Yeah.
And then maybe we should approach it a little bit more lightly. But next time.
Maybe this podcast is about gluttony.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this podcast is about who is staying in. All right. Are you in or are you out?
You in or you out? Okay.
This is a high stakes poker game. Are you pushing your chips in? Or are you bitching out? Like,
are you lying about your wins in Vegas, Dan Bilzerian? Are you in or are you out?
He's not lying about his wins. He just didn't have as many as he let on.
It was an omission.
It was a few.
A few.
Yeah, dude.
Now, World Series of Poker. Yeah, it was a few.
It was a couple. Yeah.
What are you lying about his military service?
Whatever, dude. Hey, listen, life's a lie. What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
boys.
We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for hanging in. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.